All right, this weekend, two of my old opponents and two of my favorite people in the world of mixed martial arts are competing for the third time. I'm talking about the wrestling gangster, Chael Sonnen, the original bad guy, a former opponent of mine, and of course, the legend, Anderson the Spider Silva. Now, these two had a massive rivalry in the UFC, of course. You all know about this.
Anderson Silva, you absolutely suck.
2010, I believe it was. Chael Sonnen fought Anderson Silva, shocked the world, took him down, ground and pounded him, dropped him with right hands, shocked the world, almost finished him, and then in about 90 seconds left in the very last round, Anderson Silva showed why he was such a great champion, because he never gave up on himself, found a way to win, hits the triangle, gets the stoppage, gets the victory, hits the submission. Unbelievable, legendary stuff. And that will be getting inducted into the Hall of Fame in just a couple of weeks at UFC 303, International Fight Week. Now, I'm one of the only people walking the face of planet Earth that has shared the octagon with both of these men. Of course, I fought Anderson Silva, I fought Chael Sonnen. I beat Anderson Silva in one of the fights that I'm most proud of, okay? I took a bit of an ass kicking. He got me with a flying knee in round 3, but I dropped him in 1, I dropped him in 2, clearly outboxed him in 4, but he gave me a few new scars, and it was an absolute honor to share the octagon with that man. I also fought Chael Sonnen right before he rematched Anderson Silva in Chicago at the United Center. And I thought I won that fight, okay? So technically I beat them both, but I do know these men very intimately, and they're legends of the game. And they're throwing down this weekend. Of course, it's an exhibition match, boxing, which favors Anderson Silva. Of course it does, all day long. But we'll talk about it, and I'll give you some thoughts on the fight real quick. First of all, it's great to see. There's nothing but class and respect between these two, which it should be. Back in the day, Chael Sonnen talked so much shit about Anderson Silva, about his wife, said he's going to pat her on the ass and get his wife to cook him a nice steak.
I will slap his manager as quick as I will slap his wife on the ass if she doesn't make me a steak medium rare. Just the way I like it.
He attacked Brazil.
Well, Anderson's a fraud. He's a liar and he's a thief. This guy's not from a bowing culture. You bow in Brazil, they'll hit you over the head and take your wallet out of your pocket.
He said there was a story of the Nagara brothers trying to feed a banana to a bus because they'd never seen a bus before or something like that.
There was a bus that pulled up to a red light and little Nog tried to feed it a carrot while Big Nog was petting it. He thought it was a horse.
Right, Chael Sonnen is a master on the microphone. He really is. And there's a video out there of him being the bad guy and talking about the stuff that he had to endure, what he had to see growing up. Yeah, sure, they had a maid, but they only came twice a week. What do you think happened on the other days? It was madness. In fact, have a look at some of the best bits.
There was years where my father didn't even make 100 grand, or barely made 100 grand. Sure, we had a maid, but she only came twice a week. What do you think happened the other 5 days? You think those dishes washed themselves? You think those clothes got themselves in the hamper? My neighbors were twins. They got a Mercedes for their birthday, but just one. They had to share that car. Who gets to drive today? I had to see these things. You asked me about being a gangster. You think I'm scared to go to Brazil? You haven't seen the things I've seen. You haven't been down that way. You haven't been to the mean streets of Westland, Oregon.
I mean, yeah, the twins, they only had one Mercedes between them. They had to share it. His father, there were some years he only made 100 grand a year. The stuff that Chael Sonnen has seen really is what made him the man he is today. So, listen, he got beat both times. First time he gave Anderson a good go. Second time, not so much. He took him down in round 1 and dominated him. And I always say in round 2, he thought he was on Dancing with the Stars. He tried to hit a spinning back fist, tripped up, fell over, and Anderson finished him. So since then, you know, they're both doing their thing. Anderson retired. Chael's been retired for a long time, even though he fought some great people like Quinton Rampage Jackson, fought in Bellator, fought in the UFC for a long time. But they're both getting a payday. And I love to see that. I really do. Now, leading up to this one, Chael has been being his normal self, playing with the fact that if he's going to beat Anderson Silva, he's got to cheat.
I'm not planning to follow the rules anyway. In all fairness, I've never followed the rules. I fought him twice. I cheated him twice. I don't know. And then he brings me in here like he can trust me.
Okay, there's a video of him. He's with his children. He's packing his suitcase. He's got the ninja stars. He's got the nunchucks. He's got a knife that he can have in the glove, right? And his son's playing along and the kids are there. It's hilarious how he has his family involved in all of this, and God bless him. And at the press conference, he's talking to his son on the microphone, and he's like, how do I beat him? And he says, with power or something like that. And then his son goes, oh, no, you cheat.
Can I beat Anderson Silva?
Yes.
Are you sure? How do I beat him?
Use your power. Cheat.
Wise.
Obviously, he told his son to say, listen, here's what we're going to say. We're going to make it fun for everybody. They're having a laugh. They're putting on a show. And it's two guys that are going to throw down, and I hope they make an absolute fortune. I don't know what they're going to get paid, but I hope it's handsome. I really do. They're putting on a show for the fans. They're putting on a display. They're getting in shape, and they're doing what they love to do. And it's two guys with a story, with a rivalry, that are now friends. And when you talk about Chael Sonnen, I mean, the man's really humble, and as is Anderson Silva. As I say, one of my proudest moments was sharing the octagon with Anderson Silva. And I always say this, when I fought Anderson Silva, even though I talked a bit of trash leading up to it, because that's what you do, and the man had failed the steroid test, so I'm going to talk some shit because we're going to fight.
No Viagra. No.
But I'm a huge fan of the guy. And when we went to the middle to square up, I said good luck to him. I said good luck, which sounds a weird thing to say to somebody like Anderson Silva when you're about to compete in unarmed combat, okay? Good luck. What I meant was good luck. I hope you go home to your family tonight. I hope none of us have any life-threatening injuries or life-altering injuries. Let's go out. Let's have a great fight. I hope I'm going to whoop your ass. I intend on putting you to sleep. But good luck regarding everything in the bigger picture. Your family, your life, your health, etc., etc. So it was an honor to share the ring with him and Chael Sonnen. I've got a funny story for you about Chael Sonnen. When I was fighting him, of course, everyone thought there was going to be a ton of trash talk, but the fight came down to the last week or so. I was supposed to fight Mark Munoz. I think he was supposed to fight... Regardless, who cares? I was supposed to fight Mark Munoz. It switched to Chael Sonnen last minute, like 10 days notice. Trying to be tough, and I've told the story before about at the weigh-ins, he said, what kind of cologne are you wearing because you smell beautiful and all the rest of it. I was expecting him to talk some shit. It was a close fight, and it was only over 3 rounds, and we went back and forth, and he got me down early, and he landed a few shots, and as the fight progressed, I started to take over a little bit, hit a takedown on my own at the end of round 3, landed some good shots on the feet. It was a very, very close fight, and it could have gone either way. And here's why I really respect Chael Sonnen. At the end of the fight, before the referee announced who the winner was, I said to him, what do you think, Chael? He said, you know what, Mike? I think you probably won that. And I just thought that speaks volumes to the man. You know what I'm saying? It really does, to speak to the person that you've just fought over 15 minutes, tooth and nail, and say, you know what? Honestly, I think you won. So he has my respect. And I'll tell you another reason. In round 2, I think he'd taken me down and he hit me with like a little short uppercut. I've said this before on my podcast. When he hit me, momentarily, the man's got power, let me tell you that. Because momentarily, I was transformed from the middle of the UFC's octagon to all of a sudden, I'm in a field, I'm riding a bike, there's like gold flowers everywhere, and I'm riding a bike. And then I came back. And I'm like, oh shit, I'm in the middle of the octagon. Chael Sonnen's pounding my head in. Get up.
I can't let you get close.
So he definitely rocked me there. So as I say, both men are legends of the sport, and the sport's a better place for people like that. They are part of the reason why the UFC grew to the level that it is today, because of that generation and generations before, and of course the fighters that have come through, and Conor McGregor and all the rest of it. But these guys are legends. The fight's going in the Hall of Fame, and these are going to throw down. Now, as I said, I'm one of the only people to share the octagon with them. I think the other one is Damian Maia. There might be more. If there is, let me know in the comment section, because I'm sure you're going to love to do that. But listen, it's a boxing match. The reason why Chael was able to drop him in the first one was because of the threat of the takedown, okay? You climb up with your striking when the takedown's going to come. That's well discussed. You know that by now because you're an MMA fan. But that's eliminated. The threat of the takedown has gone, okay? So Anderson Silva's probably going to have a field day. Anderson Silva has still got a chin. Anderson Silva made himself a legend of the game by having devastating striking. But it wasn't so much that he was this crazy powerful guy. He was fast, he was accurate, he was precise, and he was minimalistic. There wasn't loads of output. He would take his time and boom, he would laser you, right in the face, put you to sleep, a flying knee, an up elbow, whatever the case may be. You were going to sleep if Anderson Silva landed on you. And since then, yeah, he's lost a few fights. He snapped his leg. And, he stuck around the sport maybe a bit too long. And we don't even want to mention fucking Jake Paul, okay? The man was 46. But he hasn't been knocked out a bunch. It's not like he's been flatlined, lost, knocked out, knockout after knockout. If you do that, then I think Chael might have a chance. but he hasn't. He's lost some decisions here and there. So Chael Sonnen, I saw him recently. He's lost a lot of weight, and of course, the reason being is because he's training for this. It's going down in Brazil. Chael loves the steroids. There's never a performance-enhancing drug that Chael Sonnen didn't want to try.
All right, so he's faster than me, but what else? Look at how big, look at the steroids. Hey, look how big I am.
So he's looking big, he's looking mean, he's definitely lean.
As a final present, I'm gonna let you ladies see one last time what a real man is all about. 217 perfectly woven pounds.
And he's going to go down to Brazil and they're going to throw down. And I've got Anderson Silva winning that one. But you know what? Chael Sonnen, this was really humble of him. Check this out. Here's what he had to say about Anderson Silva. Anderson Silva is the guy that I wanted to be. He's doing what I wanted to do. And as a man, as a father, as a ferocious competitor that never became champion of the world, to be that honest, that takes a lot of courage and a lot of admiration and respect. So it's going down Saturday. I think the fight's on DAZN. Tune in, support these guys, make the fight a huge success. I hope they make tremendous amounts of money. I think Anderson Silva probably wins via stoppage, if I'm honest, but it is in boxing gloves, and Chael Sonnen ain't no bitch, and he's still got a chin, and I wish them both the best. That's about it. Thought I'd share my thoughts on Anderson Silva taking on Chael Sonnen this weekend on DAZN. Check it out, support them. But if you want to watch UFC, I'll be commentating on ESPN, so maybe don't do that. But there it is. Let me know your thoughts about this fight in the comment section. I'll see you soon.